During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
First question, Ben Garrett, go ahead.
Taylor coming in there is 4-3. It's a high leverage situation. Just what do you think about him, his ability to get out of it, and also the review? What did you see there?
What was the second part of the question?
The review when he leaned in and got hit. Just what did you see from your vantage point there?
Well, first, we knew that we were going to go with him, at the end. And one of the things that, I guess you can look at it as the back end of the bullpen or closer, but, for us, we know he can throw multiple innings, and probably not by design that you're going to throw 4 innings, on an opening day out of the bullpen. But, you didn't think your Friday night guy would, not get through the second. So it was a little different game for him, but really proud. Made some really big pitches. We made some, as he mentioned, some great plays. Trey LaFleur was, outstanding. Maybe, the difference, in the game at first base with some great plays. And then, of course, the review was, from our vantage point, it looked like that he stuck his knee out, and that's one of those, obviously reviewable calls. But not only is it reviewable that he gets hit on purpose, that if it's the third strike, then it's a strikeout.
Chase, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, just talk about Jackson Kimbrell a little bit coming in when he did. I mean, we know how much depth this team has, but getting Kimbrell and McDaniel there while the game was kind of still in doubt was pretty big for you guys.
No, you're right. And, sometimes I think we talk about the depth and how talented we can be on the mound, and we like our club, but it's the first game. It's in a major league stadium. It's against the top 10 team, and you're talking about 2, COVID freshmen, right? I mean, they basically had about 25% of a season last year. And so this probably, for both of those guys were their biggest moments here, even though they're veterans, they're returning. This was probably their biggest moments, both Drew and Jackson. And I thought they were both outstanding tonight.
Nick, go ahead.
What did you think was the key to getting to Ray there in the second inning and kind of chasing their starter early?
Well, I think we really attacked the fastball there in the second. First, I think we just, he's got a tremendous fastball. And, in the first inning, it was upper 90s, and we just couldn't catch up to it. And I think we showed a little nerves, at the beginning, and swung at some pitches out of the zone. But, when Van Cleve, after a couple walks and Van Cleve got the big double, I think, his velocity dropped a little bit, still very firm, still in the low to mid 90s. But more hittable for us, I think. And I think we made it a little uncomfortable for him. Both him and Doug seemed, uncomfortable tonight. And, both, I think aces, both you're going to have really good, years. But it was a small zone, but fair zone, a small zone for both guys. And I think once, both of them, gave up a couple hits, they didn't handle it well.
Kendall, go ahead. You're muted, Kendall.
I said, Mike, you kind of answered my question just a second ago, but just what did you specifically see from Doug in the first inning? He was electric, and then in the second and the third, he kind of struggled a little bit. So what did you kind of see differently from him in those 2 innings?
Just, again, you don't normally see that from Doug. Usually he's not a walk guy. He's a strike throwing machine with 4 pitches and, competes. And he competed. I mean, it's just one of those where sometimes it gets away from you. And and I think for both him and Ray, it got away from him. Again, I thought the zone was very fair. It's just small for both guys. And, and I think with Doug with bases loaded and trying to make pitches to get out of there, he just couldn't get off the field. And as Taylor said, we preach all the time about making some pitches and getting off the field. That was the difference, in the game for us. I thought, I thought it was very even. I think, I'm sure if Schloss looks back at it, I thought it was kind of a sloppy game for both of us, the walks and, some things we just didn't do, not a lot of hits. But, we were able to make a few more pitches or maybe have a few more bats than them. And that was really the difference in the game from about the, third, fourth inning on.
Thanks, Mike.
Nick, go ahead.
How'd you think Jacob responded to his debut and the circumstances that were around it, hitting in the 2-hole, making a couple big plays there?
Yeah, he's going to be a superstar. There's no doubt about it. And I thought that was a huge play up the middle where he knocked it down, but still had the wherewithal to get it to first. And Trey made a nice play over there. And he looked really comfortable at shortstop. You forget it, right? True freshman playing in a big league park against the top 10 team. And, it was terrific and is, going to continue to be terrific.
Anything else for Coach Bianco? All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, guys.